What is going on, everybody? Back on it. Vagabond 251, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They say we're never going to fight again. Or never be the same, or barely. We might not ever even be able to walk again. I truly hope that, like, that's not the case. And that we come out of this. I want us to be physically the same, like at our peak, because it would suck to essentially not just to achieve your greatest like physical feat in and not even physical feat, the greatest feat in whatever you've dedicated your life to, and that could be for anybody. It could be a swordsman, could be Taku'an as a monk, could be the guy that sharpens knives, could be whatever you want it to be. Like I said, there might not be a greater feat as a swordsman in this world that's been achieved than what he just did. And to essentially achieve that in your field of choice, and then never to be able to do it again, or to do it again effectively, or even repeat what you just did would be pretty crippling, you know. And it would be a crazy just plot and story and tonal shift if we go from his way of the sword to now trying to find something else. Like, what, like, is he just gonna accept, like, okay, I just accept this and what I just now play, like, I play house with Otsu and Jataru and like I just hang out, like, what's the, I don't know. I truly hope that he's gonna be fine, but it's looking pretty doom and gloom at the moment. I thought it was pretty cool to kind of see the word spread throughout the land of his accomplishments and what he just did. I was hoping that they were going to show the two old men, the one that is with Inshun and the one at the Yagyu school, because I would love to see their reactions to that. We didn't get it though, but we'll see. I'm hoping that, you know, just even if we got to sit for a year or whatever, we get that leg right and we're good to go. I don't know. It's not looking good at the moment. Will it be good? Who knows? Let me zoom back in on that. All right, we're recording. We're on. Everything should be good to go. Turn this down just a little bit. All right, 251. You must rest. Stay off that leg. We're not even sure if you'll be able to walk again, Musashi. Well, is that true? That's a crazy shot. Very skillful. Have you discovered anything after killing 70 men? Or perhaps it's made you fear how deep the darkness is? Alright, go ahead and try to hit us with it mentally. Go ahead, break it down for us. But again, I don't... You know, Taku'an usually like drops some wisdom and tries to steer us in a different direction. And I agree with him some majority of the time. I don't agree with him here though. Like, okay, you could say that because you accepted that fight with Denchichiro, it led to this. But like, it didn't have to be. They sought him out. They sought us out. We didn't go kill 70 men in their beds while they slept at night, you know? It was unavoidable. So we had to do what we had to do. What, we're gonna sit there and reason with them? Talk? Yeah, Taku'an, you should have came out there with me. Maybe you could have talked to all 70 of them at the same time. But it's just, what do you want him to do? So I'm curious if he's gonna like sarcastically backhand scold us or what. Yeah. Father. You survived? Was your opponent big? What kind of monster was he? The hands are in prayer for all of them. God or Buddha, what do you see when you close your eyes and put your hands together? Tell me, what do you believe in? Who or what do you pray to? The path I've taken. Yeah. Damn. No, that's not exactly it. Musashi, does everything still revolve around you? Here? What are you doing? That's cold. The state you're in? Come on, aren't you at the end of that path? I reheated the porridge. Here, have some, it's good. Bloodied hands. Concerned only about yourself. Your body knows you can't go on like that anymore. Look at what happened, don't you see? Just look. So I'm supposed to give up the sword? That's what I'm saying, right? The sword? I've risked my life, desperately given everything I have to come this far. The heavens? So this is where Musashi is? Yes, sir. There's no mistake. So the heavens will rob me of the sword? That's what I'm saying. Essentially what I was saying at the beginning. Like, he dedicated his life to this and achieved maybe the greatest feat ever in this path. You know, the way of the sword. But in this job, essentially, this career he's chosen, he's probably achieved the greatest career accomplishment. And what's his reward? To never be able to do that again. Or do it again effectively to that level. Like I said, could he defend off, you know, a couple bandits maybe? Just off pure skill? Maybe. But like to fight anyone of skill on that leg, it's not looking good at the moment, but we'll see. But I disagree with Taku'an here of like, oh, what'd you get out of it? Was it what? They came after us. We had no choice. Or just let them kill us, I guess. Or try to talk them down. That would have been great. So the heavens will rob me of the sword? That can't be. Taku'an, the authorities are here? Oh, shit. And he can't do anything. Physically, he can't. Like, what do you want me to do? Miyamoto Musashi, you are under arrest for an unauthorized personal fight. Oh, Jesus Christ. And for murdering 70 men from the Yoshiaka school. Oh, they're on us. They're inside. Okay. I thought they were like, we were gonna see a way to maybe like get them to go away or we escape. They're on us. Well, the smell of blood must still remain. Who knows what body parts are still lying around here? What a sight it was. The flocks of crows feasting on 70 corpses. I'll never forget it. I would really love to know his reaction to it. If he can even comprehend, or there's a way to even tell him or describe to him what happened. And the thing is, like, they definitely can't spar with his ass. But I mean, I'm hoping that he knows what. I would just love to see a way that they could convey to him what happened. Perhaps the heavens have deemed that you shall fight no longer. That might be his punishment for it all. I really hope he recovers, but we'll see. Come now, mustn't overdo it. Captive Musashi? So what's the punishment? So I'm under arrest, but like, again, they saw, like, it was an act. Well, I mean, there's no one to, I guess, vouch for him, but they did come seek us out. Again, it's not like he just went into a village in the middle of the night and started killing people. So what's the, I don't know. It's a useless stick. I can't step neither forwards nor backwards. A stick, huh? Maybe this old man can teach us something to heal this leg. Alright then, let's have a look. I'll wrap it up tight. It appears as if the heavens have deemed that you shall not fight anymore. To its north lies the administrative offices. And people are going to be seeking us out. Like, they'll probably want us for, like, their personal protector or personal sword. But, so maybe they'll be able to get us out of this prison. But, like, they're going to see what state we're in and realize we're not that, you know. This is where Musashi is imprisoned. Well, this is a surprise. Kyoto, I didn't realize that you were an acquaintance of Musashi's. Ah. I heard rumors that my friend was captured. Oh, he's the old man that sharpens the blades, right? And I'm here to see if that is indeed the case. Koetsu, you must realize that in this bloody battle between Musashi and the Yoshiaka school, there was neither an official challenge nor an official witness involved. But you see the location, though. It would be different if, like, you saw the 70 Yoshiaka members, like, killed inside the compound of the school. Then that could look suspicious, like he just showed up and started slaughtering. Bro, we're out here in the fields and shit. Like, what do we... In other words, it was not a sanctioned battle, therefore we had to take him in. He killed 70 men. However, it must be said that the fault here lies with the Yoshiaka. Against 70 men, Musashi had no choice but to fight. Correct. His only fault in the matter is that he is too strong. Rest assured, we will not mistreat him. Thank you, sir. It's in Musashi's best interest to remain captive. As long as he remains in Kyoto, allies of the Yoshiaka will hunt him down. Not to mention ambitious swordsmen out there. Yeah, everybody will want a chance to take him out. He should remain here at least until his wounds have healed. Musashi has acquired quite a reputation. Various clans have sent inquiries. With offers of employment. Some just want to arrange a meeting with him. I have received similar messages. You too? Word must be out about your acquaintance with him. An era of true peace has yet to come. Recruiting a ferocious tiger is a great boon for any warlord. Did you see the carnage? No, sir. I believe neither Yagyu nor Onu, the military instructors to the Shogun family, could have done that. He doesn't think the Yagyu could do it. Probably not. Most of the 70 men were cut down with just a single blow. Peace and quiet, Musashi. Be grateful to the person who stabbed you. I mean, yeah, he's really going to get to sit with his mental for a bit. It's kind of like when Inshun beat us up there a little bit. But this is like for real, for real. I need this leg to heal. After all, he stopped you from your descent into the darkness. The dead end of hell. Did he, though? I mean, if anything, it does mentally, like, maybe take him off a pedestal. Because imagine he is just skipping around right now, like, look what I've done, no one can challenge me, have I achieved it? Now he gets to sit with his mental, like, wow, I'm weak again. Will I ever get out of this? How will I get out of this? Maybe he'll take his rehabilitation seriously. I don't know. Was that where my path was headed? As if you've been there? So you got the incense treatment, huh, Otsu? There he is, Master. Master, why is he imprisoned? He's done nothing wrong, let him go. Stop at Jotaro next time, you won't get off with just a scolding. What's this about, incense? After they took you away? This is absurd, he did nothing wrong. That's right, we want our master back. You're both under arrest. It was quite a scene. At least they got off with just a scolding. They actually attacked the authorities. Take it easy. Yeah, but you may be a prisoner. But they're taking good care of you. They even let us visit you. Oh, he's in the cell with him. Now, where were we the last time we talked? Don't you think it's time to choose another path? The thing is, like, Taku'an has always been chirping in her about going a different way, choosing another path. The thing now is, the decision might have been taken out of our hands with this injury. We might have no choice but to choose. Like, of course, he could always, there's always a choice, right? He could stay on this path and just never physically be the same and just be easy pickings for whoever has decent skill wants to push his buttons and actually take him out. Or, like the heavens, like he's saying, the heavens have decided, like, you won't anymore, and he decides to go a different direction. We'll see. Don't you think it's time you chose another path? Say, with Otsu? Hey, Otsu, are you happy now? Your wishes come true? Now that he can't fight anymore, he'll probably spend his life with you. That's great. Because you never liked his fighting? Taro, what are you saying? Oh, he said, what about me, though? Now that my master can't fight, now that I don't have a master, no matter where he'd gone, I could still train, knowing that my master was practicing too. That's why I kept training with this wooden sword. That was fine with me, because he promised me that we both get stronger together. So that was fine with me. Even if he was gone, he was still my master. Oh, Isidro. Request to hire Miyamoto Musashi as sword instructor. They want to meet him. People want to hire him as an instructor. That letter's from a powerful man. Like the ever-changing seasons, nothing can last forever. Could Musashi's errant journey be coming to a close? They're really hammering this home, but I mean, we've still got a good chunk of like 80-something, 70-something chapters, so like I'm curious of like what happens here. Are you jealous? Looks like Musashi has been offered a post. Do you not feel some envy now that your friend appears to be moving beyond you? I want to know if he knows what... I don't know. Surely he saw that battlefield. But like, has he put together who did it? I'm assuming he did, because he was having a vision of like Musashi out there. But as he knows that like we were staying, that we have an injury that we might not... I don't know. I don't know with him. I never know with him. Anything with him. To live by the sword, the meaning of such concepts must evolve along with the rest of the world. These two men are much like the embodiment of the sword. They won't have a place in these changing times. There must be some other way, similar to the act of cutting each other down. Something that can still be enacted within the constructs of a civil society. If they were perhaps life would be slightly easier for the both of them, especially Kujuro. He is a personification of the spirit of the sword. Isn't there some good person he could work for? But would he do that? Would he ever even be able to do that? Oh god. Him and these girls. Let go, don't come near me. What's wrong, Taru? Oh come on, you're so happy, I am not. Oh yes you are, with your constant humming. Oh yes. Stop lying, my master can't fight anymore, isn't that great? If he can't walk, then you'll get to take care of him. He won't have to do any more of that despicable fighting anymore. I'm so glad for you. How would you know? I don't hate fighting. Oh, yes, you do. How could I ever hate it? The way of the sword, when the man I love... Oh, she said it. When the man I love loves it so much. I don't hate it. It's just that I don't understand it. You don't understand how I feel, right? Well, it's the same for me. I don't get what's so thrilling about sword fighting. Why you risk your life and be so reckless. You're right, I want to be with Takezo. Be together, live a quiet life, and be happy. Dang, she finally got it up out of her system. Said it to somebody. Maybe that's the first time she's actually even said it to herself, to be honest. Now they're all crying. Don't you think it's time to choose another path? Say with Otsu. Don't you want to be with her? I'm a prisoner, how could I? I just met with Itakura. There'll be no execution for you. In fact, they're looking out for your interest. This is the second time you're being held captive. You hung me from a tree. Takezo of Miyamoto Village, you've come a long way. Word is out that you're invincible. People are looking for you. Won't you declare your service to a lord as samurai? Why not go to Edo? Bro, did you not just tell me to stay with her? And you tell me I might not even walk or fight again. What are we doing here? Don't tell Takezo. But why? He won't know how you feel if you don't tell him. Just don't. He'll run away the moment he finds out. Will he, though? Do we think he'd just dip? Do you think it would weaken him if he knew that mentally? He doesn't want to live a quiet life with me. He think he'll lose something of himself if he does. How do you know that? Because I feel the same way a little. I prefer things the way they are now to losing our connection entirely, even if we have to stay apart. But what if he dies? What if he gets killed and you never got to? You're just the same as me. I'd rather we stay apart. Even if he's not with me, he's still my master. Edo? Why Edo? I'm acquainted with the martial sword instructor to the family of the... his name is Yagyu. You know his father well. Munori is the 5th son of the Yagyu. Serve under Minori, learn a little bit about the ways of the world. Eventually, you too may find yourself in the position of an instructor to a lord. Who's stronger, you or me? Myself. If I'm still having these self-centered thoughts, then the fire in me is still there. I haven't risen above it all, but I have the awareness to distance myself from it. I can remain calm. Is this good enough? Did I mature? Am I satisfied? You have matured. Yes, indeed. A sword needs a sheath, a sharp sword. That is always drawn, turns everyone into an enemy. If you don't have a place to put it away, then one day for sure, you'll end up hurting yourself. Maybe. Old man Yagyu once told me the sword is meant to harm people. It's an instrument of death. Why dedicate your life to such a heinous object? What value is there in that? Flashback to younger Taku'an here. What about you? Your trade relies just as much upon death. Once the way has been perfected, there'll be no need to draw one sword. That's what my master taught me. We desperately wield our swords, taking us to the brink of death, all in order to learn to keep them sheathed. Yeah, and they've been hinting at, like, what does it mean to be strong and powerful? Like, what does that mean? And it's looking like it means it has nothing to do with the sword, you know? And we're still trying to get there. If he's even trying to get there, I don't know if he's trying to find that out at the moment anymore. Perhaps you finally reached that point in the way, and if you've come this far and you want to grow even further, devote yourself in a service as a samurai, get married and settle down, become a man. You don't need your legs for that. It's true. Create a home for yourself to return to. He's not making a bad offer. Kajuro, are you playing with swords and girls' breasts the only things that you're interested in? Hey, where are you going, you rascal? Women and the sword? His ears cannot hear, his mouth can utter no words. His only true methods of communication are with... as if he's an animal who can't control himself. All that we do our utmost to hide, he displays out in the open for everyone to see. It's not like you to be so emotional, mother. I just don't want to bear witness to an unfortunate future. I mean, you should worry about him. I mean, he's strong for sure, but you never know. It's true as if he's a sword unbarred. He needs a proper sheath. Whoa, similar conversation here. Master Kuetsu. But I've already sent numerous letters refusing his request to sharpen his sword. Yes, but you see, he's here in person, sir, all the way. Oh. Man came in person. I'm wondering, because he'd been sending requests, right? I wonder if word got out that he was the one that was sharpening or housing Takezo. And the man's like, oh, I've got to get my sword sharpened by him, so he shows up in person. Maybe. Chief Retainer Iwama Kakubi of the Hosokawa clan, I have come to Kyoto in person to have my sword sharpened. This is a splendid sword. Is there a problem? Why wouldn't the esteemed Koetsu want to work on this fine blade? Oh, there's no problem here. It's just that I'm retired. No, I know the reason. There's no problem with the sword, but the owner's skill leaves something to be desired. It's true I am no master swordsman. I'm just a collector. But I really am retired. Don't you worry, you see, very soon I'll be handing the sword down to an incredible swordsman. I've had my eye on him for a while. Allow me to introduce him to you. Agawa? Hey, where'd you go? Oh, shit. Agawa and Kajuro are gonna run into each other, I'm assuming. This is a new challenger arrives. I don't think we've ever heard of this man or seen him once, have we? Alright, this can maybe keep Kajuro occupied for a little bit. Until we figure out what the hell's going on with us. Create a place you can go home to, Musashi? What are you doing? I'm wrapped up so tight I can't think straight. Bro, I need you rehabbing that leg. Instantly. Start going through movements, man. Yeah, that foot. He put the foot down as in extreme pain. What are you doing? It's no good. You see, I can't feel the pain with these tight bandages. It's my body. Guard, excuse me. Could you bring me a stick? A thin one? I won't cause any trouble. I mustn't lose sight of it. I was about to say he's got to stay in practice, no? I'm sure there's got to be something. You'd figure going through 70 men, he must have been doing fucking slices and techniques that he probably had never even practiced, like, just to get shit done. I feel like he wants to write that down. Like, someone write that down. I need to practice that again. Does it look any decent, Kajuro, or what? I see. This would make for good practice. You'd have to completely let go of yourself before you could cut someone down with this twig. But who in the world would... Oh, shit. He comes back and the other stick's gone and Kajuro's right there, strapped up, ready to go. Ouch. Wait, so you're the one who trains with these twigs? What is your name? Doesn't speak. Can't hear you. Did he just bonk us in the head? I think he did. Should you be taking that off? Don't rush things. It's okay. Look at you, you're covered with wounds. Don't you think there might be something wrong with killing 70 men? That perhaps you strayed from the way? Listen, bro. They came at us. Alright, we were gonna leave Kyoto, by the way. And no problems. They came at us. Here's a question. What is a person's life? That was a battle. Those men all chose to live by the sword. There's nothing wrong with cutting them down. I agree with that. It doesn't matter who you killed. Somewhere deep down inside, you must have doubts about whether it's right to take someone's life. That could be true. It doesn't mean just because he's a swordsman and just killed 70 men or has killed however many men doesn't mean he would like to kill them. He might even think it's wrong, but his passion and what he's skilled in results in such. Look, he doesn't have to kill everyone he fights with. He could just take off their arm, take off a leg, leave them as such, but sometimes shit happens. I won? Didn't I? Dansuchiro, Ueda, Chain and Sickle. We don't even know if he's alive. Chain and Sickle. There you see. Oh! And it just ends. So we got introduced to... What's his name? Agawa. I don't know what and if any skills he may or may not possess. He's in front of Kajuro, which up to this point in the story, Kajuro's the second strongest person. Well, if his leg doesn't heal, Kajuro is the strongest person we've got introduced to for sure. But if Takezo does end up making a full recovery, I don't say he recovered. I don't want to say like, oh, he recovers to like 80% because he just wouldn't be. He wouldn't be considered. There'd be a lot stronger than him, I think, if he's only at 80%. But let's assume that he does recover. You know, Kajuro's the second strongest person we've been introduced to. So to put Agawa in front of him would be a quick, good gauge of like, the skill he may or may not have. Now, again, I don't think they both draw swords and really go at it. But there's always seems to be kind of like an aha moment or an understanding between like two strong swordsmen. And we saw that with Kajuro and Takezo. So if they kind of give us that like, I see you, you see me moment, then okay. But right now, I don't know if he's any stronger than Inshun, if he's any stronger than any of the boys over at Yagyu. Who knows? They just dropped him on us and introduced him, so we'll see. And yeah, it's essentially what I expected to be happening here of, will he fight again? Can he physically fight again? Will that ever be a thing? And if not, what should he do? Should he just, like you said, run with Otsu? Maybe he could be an instructor, doesn't really have to see himself in battle again. He can just live off name and reputation, go with Otsu, teach Jitaru, teach others, have a nice lavish life in a house, and just kind of put all this behind him? Or does he try to get out there again? Now, if he makes a full recovery, in my mind, he's definitely out there again. And that's essentially what it comes down to, is like, does he recover or not? It's way too early to tell. But everybody in the land seemed to want him either for hire or a chance to kill him for reputation. And he seems that he's going to get... Now, they're saying he's going to be treated pretty well in there. I didn't know like how that was going to go in the prison, but it's all alright so far. Koetsu is even showing up to vouch for him is crazy. So we'll see. We will see. Like I said, now he's going to sit here mentally pondering on it because he can't do anything else but that, because he can't physically move or do anything at the moment. So there's going to be a lot of kind of that internal, you know, he's kind of going through the guts with the like inner wolf inside of Guts, the rage that does all the killing, you know, that almost takes Casca physically, you know, those type of things that Guts tries to like keep under control, but like the armor brings it out of him, and the constant killing and the fighting like cranks it up even more. I feel like Takezo's going through that moment here of like, he just killed all these men. We see like the demon building inside of him as he tries to like get a grasp on it, hold it down. So there's a lot going on there. He's gonna have a lot of time in here until we get a verdict on what's up with the leg. So we'll leave it there and see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,